It's finally good to meet you.
Yeah, you too, man.
Yeah.
It took a couple times, didn't it?
Yeah, that tells me about your resiliency, never to give up.
I know. My wife hates that about me almost, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Well, that's that. If you think about anything that's ever happened great in the world, is from people that didn't give up.
Yeah, I agree. I thoroughly agree.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you for taking the time to come on here today. And so, I don't know if you probably follow the channel. One of the things that we do after we help people to close on their home is we like to do a little story, a little testimony, because it's real important to me. And if you know my story, I grew up poor and homeless in the city of Houston, and my family never owned a home. We lived on the streets. So the big thing for me, thank you. The big thing for me is when we actually make it happen for somebody, we like to come back and show praise to that, because it is a symbolic time for you and your family. You've accomplished something that's great, that a lot of people are not able to do because of not because of they can't do it, is because they think in their mind they're not able to do it, or they don't qualify, or they don't deserve. And I talk about this a lot on my channel, that there's probably about 2,000 people that reach out to us a month for a loan, but only half of them go through, because a lot of times people don't have and you went through this process, the determination to just keep pushing forward.
Right.
And that's what we want to talk about, is because I think I started talking to you back like in 2018,
Right.
And, so.
And it just wasn't the right time. And it's better that it waited, because my interest rate got better. Yeah,
right.
I'm glad to do other things credit wise,
Yeah. Yeah. So I appreciate you for being on the show today. So with that said, man, if Mr. McGee, if you wouldn't mind, just kind of tell us, so we could just back up a little bit, kind of where you started in the home buying process. I mean, obviously you were a renter before.
Oh yeah, we rented for many years. I had my own business years ago, and that kind of didn't work out very well.
Mm-hmm.
And so we ended up, having damage to our credit. So we ended up needing to, take that time to regroup and basically, I didn't know. I didn't have the knowledge I had back then on how to go about fixing my credit, because
Right.
when I went to school, they never taught credit.
Right.
They just didn't teach it. It was like they kept that a secret, and so anyway, I learned the hard way, and I learned some things about how to uh, improve my credit score, and then I also was fortunate to have a job where I have a skill that is needed, and it pays me very well.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife also has a good job, so we had great income. I knew we could get a house, and just had to get everything in order
Mm-hmm.
for it to happen. And the funny thing about this house that I'm in, uh, we it took us a few times trying to find a house, because our market is super hot. It is super hot. I mean, if you've got a house for sale and it's worth anything, it goes contingent really fast.
Yeah.
There was a person that was contingent on this house before we bought it, and he got cold feet for some reason. Mm-hmm. And one morning my wife got up, and she was telling me about what was before we went to bed. She was telling me about a house that she had just found, and I was kind of discouraged, because we'd seen 3 or 4 houses, and they put bids on them, and man, we just can't get it, because somebody paid more than we wanted, than we did, and they went around us, and so anyhow, the house that we found ended up being owned by a person we knew, and and they were a friend of ours, was selling their house, and I didn't know about it, and we fell in love with the house, went and seen it, and that person happened to be the realtor too.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and so I didn't know he had switched over to realty, and so he's a realtor of his own house, and my realtor showed me the house, and we put an offer in on it, and everything was just the right timing. The credit was right. The interest rates were going down at the right time, and it worked out great.
Right. So, so now you guys are, proud homeowners, and you have your property. One of the things that, and I appreciate you obviously sharing your story. So what would you say to people out there that were, prior to you being a homeowner, you're a renter, and they kind of got cold feet. They're not sure if they should apply. They're not sure if they should own a home. There's a lot of chatter going on right now in the media, which I don't really believe, that they think the market's crashing and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you say? Because now you own your home. You've seen it's real. Because a lot of times people think, well, I found Angelo online. Is it real? All this kind of.
Yeah, and it's true. I mean, because I had some things I need to fix on my credit, and I didn't know about FHA loans, but watching your videos explain how FHA loans work and how the whole process works. So I've watched several of your videos, and you pop them up, I watch them, and I highly advise anybody to watch your videos. Great information. You will not steer you down. You will not still steer anyone down the wrong road.
Yeah.
It completely helped me.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is that, and on that topic, so, my first home loan that I got was an FHA loan. And a lot of people, like realtors and in the marketplace, and I've seen this even more and more pervasive in 2021, that there's this negative connotation towards FHA loans. But to me, it's a phenomenal product. You get low money down, low interest rate. You close on your house. I mean, I closed on my first home when I was 26, and I got an FHA loan. And so I really don't believe that FHA is a bad loan. Now, I will say that if you're in a point in your life later in the future, there's nothing wrong to think about, if rates are low, to refinance the conventional. In the future, you can always do that. But a lot of times you use the FHA as a strategy to get into the home as a bridge. And then later on, you can pivot to another product or just stay where you are. But, because the thing that a lot of people think that, like, conventional is the only way to go. And I'm sure you saw that in the market price. Some of the offers that what realtors are asking for will get me a conventional approval letter,
Right.
And to me, the thing is that, if you don't have 20% down, it makes it very difficult. Now, there are conventional products that are out there with less money down, but the requirements are so high, the hurdle, the stringent to get approved for those loan products, that the question comes, should I just keep renting until I can qualify for that? And my answer is no. I had a huge podcast on this yesterday, that why don't you buy your home now, enjoy your home, okay? And you can use the FHA, and then later on you can move to a different program if you want to, but there's nothing bad about the FHA. You got, your rate was probably in the threes for a 30, for a 3-year. It wasn't 5%. I mean, so
yeah, it was great. But when the people, my friends that bought the house 17 years ago, they had a 5% interest rate when they got this house. So I can't. 3 is great.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, I think that, because I see that a lot, and but I guess so, but yeah, I mean, so now it's a real story. It's a real situation. You're a real person. You're not a hired actor. You're in your home. And
I am for real.
yeah. So, but other than that, I mean, you would say the people that are out there renting that are still kind of skeptics, I mean, to trust the process. I mean, because obviously you believe in home ownership versus rent.
Yeah, I would say call Angelo and follow the process and do the right thing. And that is keep up on your credit, pay your bills, and follow the process, and eventually you will get what you want. Now, interest rates may be going up slightly, but they're still good.
Yeah.
And I would love to refinance right now if I could, to get maybe to get rid of the mortgage insurance part of it. But it's okay. I make enough money that I can afford it, and I'll down the road I will eventually do that.
Yeah, I mean, if it makes sense, that's the thing, because rent right now in a lot of places is $1,500, $2,000 a month, and that's a complete waste. So even if you had a mortgage, right? Me too. I mean, I was a renter for a really long time, and at one time I had a 490 credit score during the crash of 2008. But the thing is that if you pay mortgage insurance $150, $200 a month, whatever, versus paying rent of $2,000 a month, which one would you rather do? And you're also building equity in your home. And so that's the whole thing. You get to enjoy your home now. I hear a lot of people tell me, well, I don't want to buy a house right now because I don't have 20% down. I'm like, well, hey man, you don't have to save for 20% down. you can get a house now.
Yeah, I always thought 20% was just like an incredible burden to try to come up with. And, raising kids, I raised 5 kids, and
Mm.
that just was not going to happen anytime soon.
Right.
So FHA is a excellent program. I hope they never take it away because
Right.
it helps people out that need it. All the other programs I couldn't qualify for because of my income, but FHA is definitely a program I needed, and it helped me.
Yeah, I mean, that. So I don't know if you're aware that was actually introduced by Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's the president that actually brought the FHA after the SNL collapse, the banking crash of 1929. You can research it, but it's anyway. He introduced the Federal Housing Administration. He's the one that helped create that. So it's been around for 90 years. So and it's a great program. And so yeah, but anyway, I'm really happy that that you're in your home now. Now you can focus on the other important things in your life. You got the home piece accomplished, and then you're going to be focusing on the other milestones next. So, I really appreciate you coming on our show, Mr. McGee, today. And do you have any last words for people out there, that are thinking about buying a home? Anything that you'd say?
I would say don't allow a credit score to determine your worth or stop you from getting what you want. It's just a number. You know what I mean? It can depress you if you let it, but don't let that happen because it's just a game. Play the game and then improve your score. And I'm still the same person. You know what I mean?
I love that, man. That's strong. I like that.
That's the best advice I can give them.
Yeah. Don't let a credit score determine your worth. That's right. Yeah. That's really good. Well, thank you so much for, coming on the show today. I really appreciate this. And I wish the best, a very prosperous 2021 for you and your family. If you ever need anything, I'm here for you.
Absolutely. I'll check up on you again, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. So you take care, stay strong, be safe, and all the best for your weekend, partner.
Hey, did you make out okay during the storms?
Yeah. Yeah. It was rough we were shut down for a week. Yeah, because Texas, we're not used to. I know you're up in Ohio.
Yeah.
You can handle the snow. We can't anything when it goes below 40 over here.
Yeah,
people start freaking out, and so we lost our utilities. And then there was they thought a lot of conspiracy with the utility companies because they were purposely harvesting energy, so they would shut down certain sections of the city to preserve energy, I guess. I don't know what their strategy was, but so yeah, we went 3 or 4 days without water and electricity. And so, but now we're back up and running. It did hurt business. It hurt a lot of people were affected by it, in the city. That's my office behind me, by the way. So yeah, that's the one to the left of me.
Yeah.
So we were shut down over there. We couldn't come in there. And then, but yeah, I appreciate you asking about that. We're back up and running now. But we haven't seen anything like that. I've been in Houston all my life, and I haven't seen anything like that in probably two decades.
Yeah. Very strange.
It was very strange. And the only thing is, the snow was probably maybe about a half an inch. So it was, it wasn't probably what you guys see up there. Like a blizzard.
Right.
So anyway, man, I'm really grateful for you coming on the show today, and I really appreciate that. And so we'll get you taken care of. And like I said, if you need anything from me, I'm here for you.
All right. I'm sure we'll talk again.
Yes, sir. Take care. Be strong. Thank you, sir. All right. Bye-bye.